doo doo doo. We're waiting on Amber. Woo-hoo! Finally! What's
I can't
up?
believe it.
I know,
Oh,
I can't
nice.
believe it neither. Can you hear me?
That is amazing. Yes, can you hear
You can,
me?
yeah, I can hear you too. Hey,
Okay.
pre-retirement days. Girl, we
I
finally
now
got
got
it.
it. I can't believe it.
Yes,
Amazing. So
it's
now I'm gonna try to find
amazing.
you on my TV
Okay,
screen. See if I can
okay.
find.
Hey, pre-retirement days.
If not, it
Thanks
don't
for
matter.
sticking and staying with us. Thanks for all of your easy, comforting food that you make. I'm gonna try that lasagna. Um,
Man, I ain't made lasagna in so long.
oh boy. One thing I do like about the holidays is, everybody be a cooking from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
To New
Yep.
Year's. To New Year's. Hey,
All that food.
what's your culture tradition to cook on New Year's Day or not to cook or things not to do?
For me, I
Yeah,
know
for
that
like your culture.
well, I know you gotta have collard greens. That's for money. I know
Mhm.
that's just a superstition, but it's just a regular. Well, now it don't have to be nothing specific anymore. Not for me. I will just do anything, whatever I feel like eating. But
Um,
if it's gonna be like people coming over, do the turkey, the ham, the regular, the dressing, the gravy, and the rolls, whatever vegetables. I do not like I don't like that green beans with the onions on. The dried onions. It's
mhm.
called green bean casserole. I don't know. Last time I had it, it was just like stringy, and I didn't like it. I don't eat it no more. And then my sister does
Yeah.
a cranberry salad, which is, oh my god. I've tried to do it. I
Oh, I
can't
bet
do it
it's
like she
so
does
good.
it.
Hmm.
You got any
Yeah.
traditions?
Um, like we have black eyed peas. That's supposed to bring
Yes,
good
yes.
luck. Black eyed peas and cornbread, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
not, we not supposed to wash. Don't wash. Don't on New Year's Day. That so you don't take the dirty clothes into the new year or something. And that's just about it. But ain't it something how all of these traditions? Now I'm 61 years old, and I can still be walking with people, and it's like, don't split the pole.
Oh,
You
I
split
know.
the pole, you gotta go back. Or it's like, oh, don't step on that crack. Ain't that something?
Right.
And I believe
Break your
in
mama's
God and
back.
stuff, but yeah, but some of that stuff done really like stuck with me. I guess
And me
I'm
too,
normal,
because yeah, I mean, because I still don't like to split poles. I may not say it, but even when I was out there on them streets, we did not split no poles. We did not step on the cracks. Then it got to where I was stomping all the cracks and deliberately splitting poles. I'm like, y'all, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. Just do it. And
Let's
so I
welcome
don't want
in
to be around you.
TNT. Yeah. Let's
What?
welcome in TNT. Hey, rocking with the truth. D9, DJ
Yeah.
is. Hey, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. I'm
I can't,
feeling a little bit better. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't see the chat, so I'll leave it to you.
Okay. Okay. Check this out. Tony. Amber. Tony is up there. He is living in that windy city. He's in the heart of Chicago. Tony,
Tony Williams.
Tony Williams. He's right up there in the
Oh,
city. Yeah,
wow.
he
What
is
city up there
right
in
up there
Chicago?
in Chicago.
Uh-oh.
Tony, did you
So
know
he should know.
they had shipped 22,000 migrants to Chicago?
When did
And
they do that?
girls starting last of August of 2022.
So that's what they're raising hell about with Dick Durbin then,
Yeah,
partially.
yeah, yeah. And
That's a
so,
lot of damn people.
yeah, 22,000. So a
God
lot of
almighty.
them are going back now because they're from Venezuela. And it's warm over there in Spain, they tell me. And they got a whip of this cold weather. And a lot of them don't want to go, sleep in those tents. But they had a
And they
lot of
don't,
the migrants in the police station.
I guess they know what climate change is now. That's what
Yeah,
climate change for them was like instant fantasia. We got to go home. It's too cold. I don't know where this cold came from, but we going home. Bye. Wow. That's crazy. That's like you and me going to Alaska to the North Pole and being dropped off in what we're wearing right now.
girl,
That's like
I
a
wouldn't
total
make it.
nightmare.
I ain't going. I ain't going. A lot
No.
of people was moving to Minnesota at one time. I think they had some kind of special housing program. I'm like, why would I go somewhere where it gets colder? I wouldn't.
Uh-uh.
When I moved and left Illinois, I went and lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then I went to live in Dallas, Texas. I did not go nowhere where it was cold. Hey,
No, sir.
spirit in the sky. Yeah, y'all know what? I can't get rid of this cold. It's the weather. I haven't been going outside. I've been in the house. Well, I did go to Family Dollar. Okay, today is
Oh
Thursday.
my
I went
God.
Tuesday. Yeah.
They're talking
So
about white lung. Go ahead.
they they talking about what?
White lung. All it means is the pneumonia. They say there's supposed to be a new pneumonia going around. Of course, that's, everybody gets sick every season. That's the way the world is. It's been that since I was born. Every winter, fall, winter, people get sick. They get the flu. They get some turn into pneumonia. But when they do the x-rays, it shows up a lot of patches of white on your lung. So they're calling it white lung. It's just pneumonia. It's
Oh
not
wow.
nothing nothing new, nothing special. It's nothing special. Hold on, I got a cough.
Okay. Hey, Rudy.
Okay,
Wow. Um, who takes the flu shot?
not me. Oh,
I don't
nope.
either.
I have
I
never
don't
taken a
either.
flu shot. Some people be like,
Girl,
"That's why
I
you
took
sick
the
now."
yeah. I've never taken the flu shot. Well, no. Let me take that lie back. I took the flu shot once and I got sick as a dog. Cause the flu shot, what they do is inject you with the flu. But then they
That's
don't
right.
even know what strand of flu will be out. So, hey, no, I'm not being a guinea pig. But then again, I was a
Yeah.
guinea pig again for them because I took 2 vaccination shots.
Well, you know what, April? That's like them saying, "Well, you're going to get sick anyway. You might as well go ahead and get the shot and get sick." What kind of idiosyncrasy bullshit is that? Like that don't even make no sense. It's not a guarantee that you're
Well,
gonna get sick. But if you take that shot, you probably gonna get sick.
yeah, I'm waiting on
That's
some
perfect
more
sense.
Father's John to come in the mail. Father's John, that's what I'm trying to get me. Father's John cough syrup. Mhm. So
What is what is it?
it's called Father's John. Stuff we used to take when I was a little girl. Father's John, cat, cough syrup, a teaspoon of castor oil every day. And they put our hats, gloves, mittens, scarves, and everything else, and we walked to school in this cold weather. Yeah,
That's right. Do
the
you remember
kids
the
of
time?
today wouldn't take it. Yeah.
Do you remember the days when everybody was wearing those big furry hats that had the string with the ball on the each, a pom pom on the each end of each string? They were
Mm-hmm.
fully like big fuzzy hats. It seemed like everybody in school had to have them. That's elementary school though. Everybody had to
Mm-hmm.
have them fuzzy hat when it was winter.
I think we called them pom pom hats.
Yeah, and yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I had to have one. I was the last of to get one, but I got one. They come in different colors. Gray, brown, not no pink or green or anything like that. Just the basic brown, black, gray, white colors.
Hey,
So
TNT,
I
you
remember.
get better. I'm going to drop the link. Spirit in the Sky, how are you doing? I'm going to let Tony come up here and describe to
Okay.
us if
All
he'll
right.
come up here and
He
describe to
better.
us. Yeah. Um,
We need to know. We need first-hand experience.
I'm dropping the link. Uh, uh-oh. Hey, Spirit in the Sky said the booster I got for school in the 60s destroyed my immune system. I never got another booster shot they hand out, and I never will. Wow.
Spirit in the Sky, is that the one where they came to the schools and lined everybody up in the classroom and shot everybody in the arm? Ask Spirit in the Sky, is that the one she's talking about? That left a little scar on everybody's arm.
Hey, Tomcats World. Remember they used to give us, yeah, our stuff in school. Cause didn't they used to give us like a little cube or something that we had to take?
Do you remember? Did you ever? Do you have a scar on your arm from
She
an
said yes.
immunization?
She said yes, and it left the scar. Yeah, I got one too. I got a
Well,
scar
guess
on
what?
my arm from the shot they jabbed us with.
Guess
Yeah.
what, y'all? Guess what?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hey, let's talk under the tree
Immune
podcast, my
system
buddy.
problems.
Hey y'all. Guess what,
She
y'all?
kicked me off.
No, hold on. No, hold on. Where's Tony at? Okay, Tony is there. Amber, say something.
Hey, can you
Tony,
hear me?
say. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, hear you loud
Hey,
and clear.
Tony.
Okay.
What's up, April? Hey, how y'all doing?
We doing fine.
Hey, Tony.
Hi. I see everybody got
Mm,
the sniff.
yeah, I mean, you know
I had
how
the
it is.
storm.
Yeah, yeah, he's a DJ. Oh, anyway, y'all, we have us a film producer. Let's talk under the tree podcast. He has a short film coming out soon. Or is it out yet?
Oh God.
Where can we see it at? Oh yeah, he did a short film. Yeah. Okay. So check this out. Tony Williams lives on the south side of Chicago. He's always going to check on the elderly, checking on his seniors, even though he's a senior himself, raised on some good values. Tell us about what's it like in Chicago.
Hmm. That's the $100,000 question right there. It's chaotic. It's
Oh,
totally chaotic. We got lawsuits finna jump off. We got state representatives about to get fired for this little thing that they did as far as trying to build immigrant shelter over some toxic land. You know, it's a lot of crazy stuff, man. It's like every day we get a shipment of immigrants here in Chicago. It's like every day, anywhere from 200
Oh
to
my
a
God.
thousand a day. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 a day. You know, and Brandon Johnson and his crew uh, is at war right now with the governor, the state of Illinois, and the city of Chicago. They at war right now because somebody approved something that wasn't supposed to be approved, misappropriated that money, and now all hell then broke loose. You know, but that's the Windy City. It's
Wow.
always, it's always some kind of something going on in the politics in Windy City.
yeah, Chicago is the most crookedest city with politics. That Democratic machine. I wish people would just start voting on issues, cause ain't nothing to change in Chicago. And I'm from Chicago. Chicago is my heart. All my people up there, they all buried in Burnt Oaks. I used to be in Chicago, like I lived there, even after we moved here to Joliet. So I say I'm both. But It ain't the Chicago that I know.
Oh well,
It's that,
it'll,
yeah,
it'll, it'll never be that again.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that was a once in a lifetime era that we lived through, April, growing up
yeah,
in that we grew up, man. This
yeah.
generation will never know the true meaning of it takes the village to raise all the children. You know, I was brought up in an area in Chicago on 46 and Greenwood where everybody looked out for everybody back then. You know, you didn't do nothing to embarrass your family outside because outside everybody had permission to beat that ass if they saw you doing wrong. So, you know, we were
Mhm.
brought up in a time where we all the community looked out for each other and we held each other accountable and responsible for each other, you know, and
Mhm.
that's what we lacking today. We lacking that community unity. You know what I'm saying? To where you know we got to get over the fact that you can't say nothing to my kid, even if I see your kid doing something blatantly wrong. You still don't want me to say nothing to correct your kid. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we lost a lot of our values at because we are afraid to say something that's real and we see them doing something that's out of pocket, but we so fearful now to where you can't say nothing to nobody because everybody is angry all the damn time. And I don't know what everybody angry for because only you can change your situation and conditions. You know,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be mad at anybody, get mad at self because it's you. You got to want to do better. You got to want to know how to uh, improve your life. And if you don't feel it, then why get mad when somebody else don't? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Did you know that Dick Durbin, since 2001, he been trying to get? Oh Lord, I had it up.
that's
Hold on, y'all.
that's right. Spirit in the blue, spirit in the sky blue. You know, you even look at another child now. People want to lock you up and all that old crazy stuff. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So it's got to the point now where we'll glorify bad behavior.
yeah. It's called
DJ Chuck,
Delta.
baby. There go my West Side brother, DJ Chuck, the quiet storm.
Oh, hey, Chuck. Yeah. He been trying to get a bill passed since 2001, and I see why it hasn't been passed. So, for conditional residency, you have to be over here. Some say 5, some say 6 years. You have to work, not be a felon, and all of this stuff. But after you've been over here for 6 years, in order to become a permanent resident of the United States of America, they want you to join the military. And Dick Durbin, because you know he's a senator out of Chicago, he been trying to get this bill passed for since 2001. And I'm like, I don't think nobody gonna come from another country and fight for this. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Hey, yeah.
we in
Hey,
The
Chuck.
dreamers, the
we
dreamers policy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, and we
Yeah,
live in a society in this day and time now to where I don't put nothing past nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's I know here in the state of Illinois, it's always about the dollars. If it ain't making no dollars, it ain't making no sense to them, and they don't care how they get these dollars as long as they get them. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that Dreamer Act and that other thing that is all and with the immigrants and all that there. That's a design ploy to quote unquote almost say to almost legally get them here to where you can harness that labor and benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's actually what's happening, but in the day and
I
times that
agree.
in the day and times that we living in, it's always about dollars. And when you dealing with these politicians, you got to be real careful. That's why did y'all hear Trump in that interview yesterday? Did y'all hear him when dude asked him, if you come in, can you guarantee the people that you're not gonna be a dictator? The dude blatantly said, yes, on the first thing that I do. On the first thing I do, yeah, I'm gonna be a dictator. After that, I'm closing the border. I'm like, uh-oh. The man just said he finna be a dictator.
Check
Hey,
this out.
Tony,
Check
Tony,
this out. Oh,
can I respond to that?
uh-huh.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was watching it live and I saw it in I saw him ask him that, and he said only on the first day to close the border and to close the border and to drill baby drill, and
Right.
after that, no. So he was distinctly saying, you know, he would dictate to close the border and to start drilling again. After that, no, he's not going to be a dictator. So he wasn't saying he was going to be a dictator, except to close the border and to drill. I just wanted to see, do you understand it like that? Or do you think, I've seen videos where they're saying he's going to be a dictator the entire rest of his occupancy. But he only meant to close. He was just stressing to close the border and to drill, baby, drill, because we
Yeah.
got all the oil we need, liquid gold right under our feet.
Yeah, but prior to him, that interview with that, they had an interview with him when they asked him, when Trump said to all the people who have been taken advantage of and all that there, I'm your retribution.
That's
This is
right.
what he said. I'm your retribution. So if you finna be the retribution for them people who they feel that they've been scorned, to me, that kind of almost validates his dictatorship thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Cause
Tony,
hmm?
Tony, sweetheart, Tony. What that means to me, it's mean for everything that was ever done wrong to you, anything that was ever done wrong to April, and anything that was ever done wrong to me, we will be compensated for by God. And, just we're going to be all right. We all going to be all right is what he means. We're going to make
see,
America great again for all of us together.
Come on now.
Go ahead.
Come on now. Now that's your perception, and you entitled
That's
to that.
right.
You entitled to that. But me being 65, living in the roughest part of the south side of Chicago, me knowing for a fact that
Right.
anything that's in politics that's white do not include black people of color. Bottom line, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm gonna be fine because I know who I belong to. I know who created me. I know I'm gonna be fine. You dig what I'm saying? But me as a black man, looking at you got a rooster? Oh snap!
I got 8 roosters. I have 8 roosters.
Yes, you
I
got
thought he was
rooster.
around back.
So you raising your own eggs and all that, right?
Yeah, but I got to
Hello,
mute it while I'm out here
everybody.
smoking. I got to
Yeah.
mute it while I'm
Yeah.
out here smoking because
Hey,
he's very
everybody
loud.
from Sweet Ray. Hey, everybody.
What's up,
But
Ray?
wait a minute. What I
But
want to
I'll be
chime
back.
in on.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna
Okay,
be
she's
listening
getting
because I'm
ready.
smoking in the background. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
Okay. Hey, Trump was willing to bring in as a guy for Chicago. So, hey, and they needed it up there during that time because it was just not um hey show Nina trending and Buddhist support spirit silence is my virtue. Lula Lopez, Loca, Steve Gilmore, Buddha, Steve Lions Pride. DJ Chuck, Steve Gilmore, let's talk under the tree podcast. Hey, February of 2024, you'll be able to see his movie. It's gonna be on prime time. Jack Chicago's finest. He's from Chicago too. He knows a lot about the history. Lil Fallon, check this out, Tony.
Hmm.
Do you think we gotta come from up under that democratic machine up there?
Uh, okay, you asking me, do I think? Yeah, I do. I think we do need to, but is it gonna happen? No, because they already set in in their ways. You know, it's kind of hard to
I know, but
uh,
ain't it something like this democratic machine that ran Chicago for so long? I don't know. I don't see any improvements. Matter of fact, last time I was in Chicago, Stony Island looked like a ghost town. It didn't even. It's like it's not the Chicago that I know. Chicago used to be very vibrant and stuff. But do you think the Democratic Party done just killed Chicago? And then every governor we done had for the state of Illinois done went to prison.
yeah, that tells you a lot about that tells you a lot about our politics, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And now they taking all of them old timers, they taking them to court now. They got
saying? Ed Burke.
what is it? Ed Burke and all of them. I'm like, really? Really?
Well, you know the catching come before the hangings, and everybody got a number. You know what I'm saying? You can only be corrupt for so long before it finally catches up with you. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that it took this long for a lot of these truths to be revealed, but better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe people will start actually doing their homework and research before they just go in there and just start just voting for anybody. Cause I see that with our representatives and everything like that. People don't even do their homework to see who they putting in office. They just go in there and just vote. You know, just vote. Ain't checked out no views on how they feel about certain policies. If they dealing with the same issues that's important to us as a voter, you know what I'm saying? People just don't, take the time to actually know who their candidate is, And I understand, you just want to just go on and vote and get that shit over with. But you have to you have to really do your due diligence when you do vote. Even for them judges, especially for them damn judges. Man, Don't just go in there just picking a judge just to be picking, man. Cause a lot of them judges that's up there now is real.
Corrupt.
I'm talking about real crooks. To where, man, they don't care about nothing. So yeah, but we got to do better when we go to the polls. You know what I'm saying? As far as individually, making sure that you vote for the candidate who views line up with yours. So at least you can know where we started on the same page. Now, if they get corrupt along the way, that ain't on you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah.
Can I respond to that, April?
Mm-hmm.
I'm back from smoking my cigarette. That damn rooster is interrupting my cigarette flow.
Oh,
But
Lord.
anyway, I just wanted to know what kind of. I mean, I enjoy smoking a cigarette every now and then. I'm trying to quit, but I can't. But anyway, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I was. This color thing has got to freaking stop with everyone. Because we can't carry it into a peaceful future. And they got to be a beginning point sometime. So I'm just going to ask you a question, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
What would it take for you and me to have a conversation and come to a comprehensive understanding of one another, respect each other's view, and still come out to a purposeful and meaningful outcome for you and for me?
Well, first of all, both of us got to come in with an open mind and an understanding to where
Right.
we're gonna respect each other's views and reflections, no matter how I may feel personally about it. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost,
Exactly.
we gotta come to the table where we are mutually respecting one another first and foremost. Then we got to be able to actually listen to each other, not just hear, because a lot of people hear what you're saying, but they're not listening. So I have to be
Exactly.
attentive. I have to be attentive and actually listen to what you're saying, because if you're saying something, it's important to you. So I got to give it my undivided attention in order to answer it due diligently to where I feel that my answer might be sufficient for you. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
the reason I always say this thing with with the color is the fact that everything in this world is based on color. It's based
True.
on color. You know what I'm saying? So
But
we cannot exclude something that we've been included in.
well, he disappeared for a second. I guess he'll be back.
I'm still here.
But what I want. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Oh, okay. I thought it was April. See, I can't see. It's my phone. It's real small. So
okay.
here we are, Tony. If you agree, we sitting at the table together, you and I, and the world is a mess, and everything that's been tried does not work. It's continuous failing because people, like you said, they listen, but they're not comprehending. It's like you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, but you are not comprehending. See, that's what we'd like to say to these people. They so hell bent and determined on being heard, and they're so loud that people want to cover their ears and they don't want to listen.
Right.
Because they only want to be heard. They don't want to be understood. See, so I'm grasping onto you as you are just like I am, in the fact that you stand firm on your beliefs, unless you have another way or reason or something else to convince you otherwise. Right?
Right.
And see, you've been on a completely different path than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that I cannot say, Tony, I know the path you've been on because you're a black man, right? I cannot say that. If I did, I would be probably a big ass lie. And you cannot say, Amber, I know what path you've been on because you're a white woman. But you can't say that to me because you would be wrong. We would both be wrong.
Right.
So we can't judge each other like that. And although it might be predominantly existing amongst our kinds or that resemble us, you as a black man, me as a white woman, or April as a black woman, whatever's being represented. See, it's the spiritual part that people cannot grasp that should bring us together. But we have been lied to and done so wrong, some more than others, all over the world, the entire planet, that we almost are where we can't sort it out. But we have to, hey, if you're a survivor, like I'm a survivor, we are warriors. We survived to fight and stand and represent, but we come to the table together. See, and it starts, you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna stop right there, and it's a conversation. So I'll rest it right there and see what you got.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying. But there's a lot of emotional scars. There's a lot of physical scars. There's a lot of mental scars that's been plagued on people of color. Just for the fact that I can see a lot of that being thrown toward people of color if we actually did something personally to the person that's throwing it at us. But to just loop all black people in one category and to hate them just for being black, that is dead wrong. Period. That is dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, in order for us, black and white, to come together, first and foremost, we need to sit down and have these real, truthful discussions with, and I'm talking for my white people now, we need to have these real discussions with your children about how your ancestors may have played a part in these things, but that's not how we're operating today. Until you can have a real, truthful dialogue and accept the responsibilities of the things that happen from your parents and grandparents and great great grandparents and so on and so on. Because see, a lot of white people got generational wealth through the means of slavery. You know what I'm saying? They got generational wealth from that. Now, they made money off the backs of black people, but we can't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? We can't get nothing but oppressed, but oppressed, but oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a person can kill a black man for nothing is a travesty. Is a travesty. And like I say, I'm 65 and I done seen some horrific stuff in my lifetime growing up. Not only here in the city of Chicago, but in different states that I visited, in different countries where I visited. I still say the United States is the best country in the world to ever live in because I done lived in and visited some of those countries to where, man, whoo, boy, listen, I want to hurry up and get back to the States because, man, it ain't like that. Like in China, if they catch you stealing in China, they cut your hand off. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of them type of things like that here in America. So until we have that truthful discussion and take ownership, you know what I'm saying? See, my thing is white folks like to duck and dodge the truth. They like to rewrite stuff, make it their history instead of the history that was actually shown and put out there. You know, as you can see, they trying to erase everything that the black man ever did, or the white man take credit for everything because they got the patents for it. In actuality, they stole everything because they got the patents. You know what I'm saying? So until we have those hard, truthful discussions and be open and willing enough to admit, okay, we need to make some drastic changes, because I know in my lifetime I never see the changes that I'm hoping that would happen. But I pray that my grandchildren do. I pray that they don't have to go through a lot of the things that I went through and endured just from the color of my skin, not the content of my character, but I'm getting judged just by my skin color. You know what I'm saying? And until we rectify that, we're gonna continue to go through this vicious revolving door syndrome that we're going through. And that's just my opinion of it.
Okay, yeah, and I
Hey,
completely
Frostbite.
see.
Hey, Frozen.
I completely agree with you on it. I
Yeah,
literally agree with everything you said. See,
we just gotta
and
be
that's not to simplify it at all.
right.
But I also have to say that the white people, the higher ups, the do dirties that did it for a reason, and that is to cause the division. But when I was growing up and busing started, the division didn't work. Black people, little black children, little white children were holding hands. Like Martin Luther King said, one
Yeah,
day, little black children and little white children will hold hands. And so they did. So guess what they did? They started riots. They were implants to keep those that get along and to stay divided. And the hate breeds and breeds and breeds. So the powers that bleed us, my white sons are nothing like, they don't fit what we're talking about, like what you were saying. And this black woman friend of mine, her black sons do not fit the mold that people portray. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't fit everybody. But overall, the problem is what we're talking about. And we got to go forward. And if you can't, like, okay, so for you and me to get along, I mean, what would I do? I mean, I acknowledge, I don't deny, I didn't own no slaves. My grandparents did. Somewhere along the line, somebody did. All white people ain't related. All white people don't know each other, just like all black people ain't related, and all
I'm,
black people don't know each other.
I'm glad a
Right?
white person said that, because, man, in my opinion, in my 65 years on this earth, I've been lumped into that category where all black people look alike and all black people do the same thing. I'm
No,
glad.
hell they don't.
I'm, I'm glad
No,
you said
sir.
that. Yeah,
They don't look alike.
I know.
They don't. I
I
don't
know.
know who the hell started that shit. All black people look like, what the fuck? Who said that?
I don't know.
I just,
It's a
it's
it's a
ignorance.
man. It's carried over all these years, and it's
I don't know how we can all look alike when we range from high yellow to midnight black.
man.
Right?
Got blue black to albino. So how we all look alike? We got people that's blue black, and we got albinos that's almost white. You know what I'm saying? So so
There ain't no way. You know how they say, I've hear black people say, well, you can guess who said it by what I'm going to say. Jesus is black. God is black. All right, Jesus is white. God is white. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is what I think. This is just what I think. I think the color that God is, nobody, or higher power, whatever, our creator, my creator, I don't, these pictures, man made objects on the earth, statues, pictures, all that shit, man made. And if a white man did it, of course he made it white. If a black man did it, he's going to make him black. So, I don't believe he has a color that any of us has ever seen because, there's colors that we have never even seen or that we can even imagine up on the higher level. So, hey, I think that's one thing even true believers are going to be in shock that he doesn't even have a freaking color. Spirituality, a spirit, does it have a color? No, it's a light. What color light? If it's natural, is brighter than Satan's light, and he's a light too, right?
Right.
So I'm just thinking, I don't think he has a color. And I can't even say it's a he. It's an entity. It's a higher power. It's our creator. It's a divine, all them fancy big words that I can't even say them all. I don't think that he has a color. I'm mad at these people. Don't tell me Jesus had blonde hair and blue eyes, and don't tell me he had black hair and brown eyes and beautiful olive skin. Don't tell me he had woolly hair, skin of bronze, just because the Bible, whoever wrote it, because 52 scholars, right, wrote it. Oh, because God told them to. See, that's another controversial thing. But if we just stay with our spirit, we can't go wrong. Just our intuition, and well, everybody ain't right on that either. See, I'm trying to talk about too much. I want understanding. I want communication. I need understanding. I need communication, and I need it with all walks of life, because that's how we thrive. That's how we survive, and that's how we get through. We can't do it divided, because how about you go on the left side over there, and I'm gonna go over the right side. You live over there in peace. I live over that shit don't work, because you gonna cross into mine and I'm gonna cross into yours, because we need things from everywhere. We got to learn. Oh my God, the problem. you know the idiosyncrasies we're stuck in, right?
Right.
And there's some people that aren't willing to see the truth, admit the truth, acknowledge the truth. And for another thing, do any of us really know the truth, since they've hidden so much from us?
That's why.
Or we
That's
we
why.
gonna go ahead and blindly believe in some bullshit that somebody else told us, right?
That's why. That's why you have to see if you a believer in the Creator or God, because God is just a title. He got a lot of
Right,
titles,
right,
but it's just a title.
100%.
But if you believe in the Creator, okay, like I do. Now, somewhere in there I read where he said it's gonna be a lot of people that he gonna turn over that's gonna have a retrobrated mind. You know what I'm saying? That no matter what you say, they not gonna agree with it. That you can't tell me nothing. It's my mind is made up. Bam. We know those people. We know them because they make themselves known. And how they make themselves known is because they are organizations like the Skinheads, the Proud Boys. Organizations like that are the ones with the reprobated mind. No matter what you say, you're not gonna change their ideology or none of that, because they stand on that. That's what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? So until we get to the point of where we can have a brutally honest talk with them in order to understand their rationale about why they feel that they superior, why they feel that that white is the best thing. Until we get an understanding of what's making them tick in that way, then we gonna continue to bump heads like this, because, like I say, ain't nobody talking to each other, everybody talking at each other, and you'll never get no understanding talking at somebody.
Okay, hold on.
Well,
I want y'all to
we know
listen
that.
to something Morgan Freeman said.
Oh, that's my man.
Hold on.
You find ridiculous. Why? You're going to relegate my Oh, come on, what do you do with yours?
Was that it?
Is that it? April. I love
Oh,
Morgan.
yeah, I do too. Morgan Freeman is a is
Oh,
a
he's
hell.
the shit.
Yeah, he has a hell of a mind. He has a hell of a mind. I had the opportunity to meet him and had a conversation with him.
Oh,
He's a fantastic. He's a hell of a dude for real. You know.
yeah. I imagine that he is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that's the way I've always viewed him. I hear negative about him, and I just like you just gonna have to show me because I'm a show me type person. You can't tell me. You can tell me things, and I'm gonna have to use discernment. I'm not. Boy, I was naive when I was young. I believed love. If a guy told me he loved me, I believed him. Took me a long, long road to get down that one. Not to
yeah.
trust people and everything they say. Blind love, ignorance.
Well, well,
I ain't afraid to admit when I'm ignorant.
for me, true
Say
love is
what?
a verb. True love is a verb. It shows and displays action. So when I hear people say "I love you," okay, I can respect that. But if you really love me, show me. Hey, Mocha Bella, if you really love me, show me with your deeds and how you treat first and foremost yourself. Because if people really look and observe before you get into a relationship, I know for me, the first thing I would always do was watch how the young lady acted around me to see how if I can get some kind of sense of her character on how she treats herself. You know what I'm saying? If she treating herself
Right.
in a way to where it's disrespectful or unladylike, then I can't attach myself to that because that's not who I am
That's
or who.
disrespecting yourself.
Right. That's what.
You
That's
be
why I said.
disrespecting your own self.
Right.
And
So
and then look, that she gonna say, "Oh, you think you're better than me?" Oh, I'm sorry, but I guess so. You're not arrogant. You being truthful and honest
right.
and love. Look, what one person sees as love could be a torturous, treacherous, painful experience, right?
That's true. That's true because we never know what a person is going through in their own personal journey, you know. And that only comes about when you try to get to know that person. And then in that situation, they only gonna show you what they want you to see until they actually try to,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? Until you actually get into a stable relationship, and then that's when you start seeing some of the flaws and some of this here and all that there, and that's when the work come in. Because if you really love that person, and then you get to seeing that type of thing, then now comes the choice that you have to make. Do I want to continue to be in this journey, or do I want to just sever this right now because I got a feeling it's gonna go left? You know what I'm saying? So it all comes right back to you.
Yeah, because some people, like for me, I'll just talk on my last relationship I had. It was 7 years long, right? I didn't
Hmm.
see any problems evolve until like the third year, right?
Right.
Now, the person I fell in love with, he did a 360. Okay. So then that was for me to unattach myself to him because the person I loved was gone. See, but what he considered love was for me to bow down completely. And I'm not giving up my soul for anyone because when you give your soul up, you no longer have anything because your spiritual health is everything,
Oh yeah.
right? I yeah. And so I'm not in a relationship and not interested in a relationship. Everybody's like, oh, well, you just, you don't know what love is. Let me tell you something. I've experienced many forms of love, and I love me and I love my creator and I love my sons. That's about as far as true real love goes for me. As far as the other shoes that I tried on of love, none of them fit right. So it's love. The way people people make their own definitions of love. Well, oh, I love banana pudding. Yeah, but do you love it enough to eat it every day? Right? It's crazy. Love is not. People don't know really what love is. If you don't know the love of our Creator, you know what I'm saying? You got to love yourself first.
You know what? This is
I'm just saying.
This is what I get, you know, and I I I try to study my word because they say you got to study to show yourself due diligence. So I try to study my word. After I study it, then I try to apply it in my life, in every area of my life. You know what I'm saying? Now, this thing with this love thing, see, a lot of people got it twisted, you know, because love and lust both got 4 letters. Love and lust. And a lot of people get lust confused with love. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me,
Yeah.
First Corinthians, the love chapter, is right there. The Creator gave us a blueprint of what His love is for us to do. The blueprint is there. What messes us up is that thing called free will. See, because
Yes.
He's never going to impose Himself on us. He's always give us an out. You got free will. Now you can go this way or you can go that way, but the choice is yours. Whatever choice you make, now you got to deal with the consequences that come with that choice. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel a lot of
100%.
a lot of people get lust twisted, confused with love. See, lust is a thing from sight and sound. See, men are creatures of sight, women are creatures of sound. If it sound good to a woman, she'll go for it. If a woman look good to a man, he gonna go for it. That's lust. That's lust. Ain't no love nowhere in that. Ain't no love
Yeah, it's
in
a
that.
physical thing.
It's a physical.
It's physical.
Yeah, it's a lustful thing. Now, love to me is a willingness to do whatever it takes to make my mate, my soulmate, my significant other comfortable in this relationship that we in together because we in this together. You know,
Exactly.
I hear people talking about in a relationship you're supposed to give 50-50. No, in a relationship you give 100 and 100.
100%.
Both of y'all give 100. Because if I'm
Yeah.
giving you 50
Yeah.
and you give me 50, then we got 50 that we playing with out there in the street. That leaves room for error.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Uh,
So that's how we got to start, you know, looking at that. See, everything that we was taught from misinformed people who had been misinformed by people.
hey, my husband's mother wrote me a letter. She interfered in our marriage 100%. She wrote in a letter. She said, marriage is 50-50. I wrote her back. I
Mm.
said, you are wrong. Marriage is 100%, both sides. And I never spoke to her again. So, I mean, that's 35 years, 40 years. Well, it's about 40 something years ago. It was, love. And it's funny that you said that. And I've always said, no, marriage ain't no 50-50. It's 100%, both sides.
Right. I mean, come on now. We both shortchanging each other with 50-50. But we just said vows that we in this here for better or for worse, rich or poor, to death do us part. Ain't no way in there do
Exactly.
no 50-50 together. Two
Hey,
becoming
look,
one.
that's like saying I got 5 on it. How much you got? No.
Right. You
It,
know, see, right, then I know you can go get your own. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah. You know, but
Oh God.
until we break it down like we doing right now, then things going to continue to be as they are. Because, like I say, for me, I know I won't see a lot of the changes that I'm hoping and praying for because my light is about to get diminished, and I know this, but and I ain't never been scared to die because that's the only thing promised to me. You dig what I'm saying? Is death.
That's right.
I don't know nobody who's lived forever, so why I'm gonna be scared of something that I know is promised to me? I know people that's so scared of dying that they ain't even living.
That's
What I'm
right.
saying?
And you know what? Let me ask you this. This is something I was talking to April about. I think one of the biggest lies and that what they're trying to hide from us all is the fact that they say, the dead know nothing. When you die, you're dead. You don't know nothing. All this stuff. But look, think about this. We are spiritual
Being
beings having a human experience, right? So when our bodies drop and hit the floor, our spirits fly and soar. We are eternal. Our bodies are not.
there you
These
go.
shells are these shells, these bodies are the anchor that holds us down to this earth. When the body drops, the spirit flies. So I used to be scared of dying, but now that I know that I'll be flying, I ain't worried about it.
Man,
I
please.
can't wait to get away from this hell on earth.
Man,
Break
listen.
my chains, let me go.
Man, to be absent from the bodies, to be present with the Lord, man. And I miss my people. I miss my people because I know
Right?
I'm a man. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, I'm living life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? I'm living it to the fullest, no matter what comes my
Yes.
way, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, a lot of people say, Tone, man, I see you doing a lot of stuff with a lot of people and all this here, but it's in my nature to do that because at one point in time, I wasn't this way. You know what I'm saying? And I owe the
Right.
community. I owe because I was a taker in my using days. And if God allowed me to see January 4th, it'd be 24 years that he delivered me from that crack cocaine and all that stuff. So like I say, I know the creator is real in
Me
my
too,
life because
brother.
it's been done for me, you know, for me. That's why I always keep it personal because I know what he's done for me. You did. I didn't witness too many miracles that I know came from above because it wasn't nothing that I did. It wasn't nothing that I did. So for all my
Well,
people that's out that's worrying about the afterlife and all that, stop putting your life on hold for something that for one you don't have no control over, because none of us know the day or the time when we coming home. Only the creator know that. So that's why he say live life and live it to the fullest. Eat, drink, and be merry. You dig what I'm saying? Live
that's
your
right.
life.
And
Stop.
you gotta know uh you gotta know where somebody's been to appreciate where they're going. And I am not glad to hear that you are recovered from your addiction of the crack or whatever. I'm 15 years. I counted it up last night. I've lost track. 15 years. Oh, people are like, how'd you do it? I'm like, hey,
One day at a time.
my creator did that. My
Yeah.
creator did that. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it because if I could have, I would have done it. I was on the street 17 years. We've been through, I imagine you've been
Woo.
through the hell. Guess who brought you through it? He
Oh,
was
I
with
know
you the whole time.
the whole time.
Guess what?
What?
You're not a survivor. You a warrior. We are here. We are here as warriors to stand the ground. Okay, basically, we can't be distracted by these ignorant ass people. Excuse my language, trying to distract us that we are eternal, only bound to the ground by these bodies, these
Hmm.
weights, these weights. Everything else is a distraction to 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 rob us of our eternal spiritual lives. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on that route, but there it is.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, TSW. Um, why are you so afraid of something that's gonna happen. You know, that's gonna happen. Let me ask you this: who do you know that's gonna live forever? I'm doing the Jeopardy theme song in my head. That's why I was waiting. You know, but nobody. So my thing to you, TSW, is this: I understand your plight, cause look, I didn't just wake up overnight and felt this way. It was a process for me to get here. You know, it was a process for me to get to this point to where I can say it out loud and be comfortable with saying it out loud because I know it's a truth for me. For me, you know. So if I'm gonna allow a truth to hinder me from living the life that I'm instructed to live, then I'm shortchanging and cheating myself. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so once I broke down that same barrier of where, you know, I'm scared to die. You know, I'm scared to die. You know, once I broke that barrier, I became free enough to understand that death is still living. You know, because even though I may be gone and absent from the body here, I'm still living through my son and my grandkids because they are an extension of me. So I'm going to be here, maybe not physically, me personally physically, but I'm going to be here through my son and my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? So I am still present with them, but I'm no longer here. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. And it takes you, it's going to take you a minute to get to that plateau. You know what I'm saying? But you probably won't get there. And that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. I'm just saying, for me, once I accepted and understood that that was a reality and it's out of my control, then I begun to free myself up to do the things that I need to do to continue to maintain me being here, you know, because I'm going through health issues myself. I hear all my people coughing and sneezing. We going through a thing. We done been through the epidemic. We still going back in the phases of it because now they talking about amping up this other new booster shot that they got out for COVID. You know, we still in effect with that because that shit ain't went nowhere. It's still here. You know, COVID is still here. You know, it just ain't as hitting hard like it was when it first jumped out because they got all these different strands, different vaccines, different this here. It's a booster shot. I think this is number 4 that they coming up with now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of other little things going on, you know, that's got me more focused on me staying here than me being scared to die. Because man, I still gotta pay them damn bills ain't gonna stop. That's one thing I know for sure. I don't give a fuck if you sick or none of that. Them bills gonna come. They coming. Rent need to be paid. It's coming. Like gas, phone, all that shit is coming. So I got to keep living in order to pay this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So with shit like that, it don't give me time to think about being scared to die because, man, you know, shit can happen in the blink of an eye. And it ain't even got to be your fault. For real. It ain't even got to be your fault. And just like that, you're not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So live life. Live life. You know, don't be scared. You know, I'm not telling you to go out there and volunteer to die. I'm just saying, don't be fearful of dying because, man, you know, that's a reality that each of us must face. I told my guys who I sponsored yesterday, because they asked me the same thing. They say, what's your tombstone gonna have on it? I said, I don't know, but I know it's gonna have my birth date and it's gonna have my death date. Now, in between there is gonna be a dash. I say that dash is me. That's my life. It's what I did from the beginning to the end. That dash. And that dash is what I'm going to have to give account for when I stand before my creator in judgment. What did you do in that dash that I assigned you to do? You feel what I'm saying? So,
I like
uh,
that. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm that
that's,
dash.
yeah, that's what I am. I'm the dash. I came in the world 1958.
Wow.
I left this world, whatever it is, and my life represents that dash. Okay, now I
That is
understand.
amazing. I never thought of it like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Man, look, I've learned how to change my perception on how to look at a lot of things. I don't look at things for face value no more. Now I dig a little deeper because I know it's an underlying message in between there. If I seek it, if I seek it, and that's what most of us don't like to do. Sometimes we don't like to seek that information and that understanding for thyself. You know, I've always been one to question certain things. I remember in grammar school, man, when they tried to tell me in I think it was fifth grade, when they tried to tell me that Christopher Columbus discovered America, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute, raise my hand and ask the question. Excuse me, how can he discover something that wasn't lost and there was people there already? Now, I got
Right.
that, in fifth grade. Wait a minute, it's people there already. How you discover? Wait a minute, that don't sound right to me. So I got in trouble then. So that let me know back then that it's a lot of stuff that they trying to keep hidden from me. So I started, learning from there. Start learning from there. You can't tell me anything, and I'm just gonna go for it. No, man, I got to see if there's any validity to what you just said. And where did you get your information from?
And let me ask you a question, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, to
I've
me,
determined, look, I feel like I'm at a higher sense of thinking now that and I'm not delusional, but I really believe that people such as yourself and I that go through the drug thing and we come out on the other side. And I don't say I'm recovering. I say I'm recovered. I had started a group called Kiss My Assets, KISS.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Keep it,
anyway. But
keep
there
it.
were people that weren't open to the fact that you can be recovered. But see, God can do that. Our spiritualness, our connection, and our light within us, we rise above. And we had to go through those things and see the things that we saw, smell, experience, touch, feel, and look and see how real the demons are, how alive they really are, and how plentiful they really are. So we know what we're up against. Because if I hadn't have experienced it, I wouldn't believe half of what I hear. But
Hey,
see, I could tell, just like you, some stories they would not believe at all.
$8 I can borrow.
you need how much? $8. April said something about borrowing $1 or something. I heard something. Maybe
What?
I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't supposed to hear that what April said, but I heard a little something.
Huh?
I wasn't eavesdropping. I just heard something. You know.
I
But
heard her
hey,
say it. She
yeah,
said it.
yeah, I heard her say something, but that's okay though. But back to what you were saying, it can't be no
Wait a
test
minute, hold on.
without the test. You can't have a testimony without the test. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there ain't no mistakes. I look.
I
I'm gonna
know.
read it. I'm gonna read something I found. You've probably heard it, but I'm gonna read it. Okay, and it's I found it day for yesterday, and I saved it on my notes on my other thing, and it's a little bit long, but I'm gonna read it. Okay, it's titled "The Devil Whispered," and he said, "You cannot withstand the storm." And the warrior replied, I am the storm. You are a warrior. You will get through the storm. You will show the storm who is boss. You would tell everyone that you are stronger than all things that have hurt you. You are stronger than your past, and you are stronger than your challenges coming in your future. You would tell yourself, I do not invite life challenges, but I don't back down from them either. I know we all face tough times. I know I'm not exempt from life struggles, but I know I am strong. I know this will pass. I know there will be better days, but only if I keep fighting. Like a warrior, fighting with all my heart, the heart of a lion. The strength I have is like no other. I am not a survivor, I am a warrior. I do not survive, I thrive. I can do this and I will get through this. Warriors are built from the struggle, formed from the pain, strengthened by adversity. Embrace your challenges and push through them like the warrior you are. You are stronger than your past and you are stronger than the challenges coming in your future. The strength I have is like no other. I am not a survivor. I am a warrior. I don't survive, I thrive. I can do this and I will get through this. I make the best of bad situations. I see the opportunity in the struggle. I grow strength from my hardships. I am thankful for my hard times that make me stronger. I am thankful for the pain. It makes me raise my game. I am grateful for the worst of times. It ensures my story will be a great one from zero to hero, from nothing to something, from the bottom to the top. Here I come. That's it.
Yeah,
I
I
know
heard
it was
that.
long, but
No, I heard that before.
hey man, I identify with that. I identify with that. I tell people all the time, oh, my sisters would say, I wouldn't go to trade BU for anything in the world after all you've been through. I'm like, look, like that, what I just read, I, I made it through. And I was walking down the road at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, past a funeral home where my daddy, you know, had his funeral thing. And I felt like it was God telling me, He said, one day you're going to look back and you're going to remember this day, but you're not going to be in the drug, in your addiction anymore. And you're going to look back and you're going to uh, turn your head around and see your future and you're going to keep going forward. So this will pass. Don't let go. And it wasn't too long after that I don't know how it happened. I really can't answer anybody of how I managed to make up my mind to do it. But it was a long process to get to that. It took a lot of soul searching and uh, convincing and rewiring my thinking and God to do it. That's the only thing I can come up with. You got to rewire your thinking on on a lot of things that we're going through. I'm trying to break free of the internet on my TV because I know it's going to come a time where I won't have it. I don't want to fiend for that. It's like a drug. The internet's like a drug. Everybody's addicted to holding their phones in their face. I'm not speaking about what we're doing right now, but all these children are distracted. They're addicted and connected to their phone and they're unreachable. They're out of
Well,
control. There's no reaching them.
I'm
The
not.
internet shuts down. We'll see what happens then.
I'm not gonna say that because the internet is never gonna shut down because that's a multi-billion dollar business, and everything is going technology now. Everything is gonna be ran by
Yeah, yeah,
either by a chip or by wind combined. That's where the future is going. Electric chips for cars and all that. So it's not so much so is the internet is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it really
yeah,
it, it really isn't. And then too, they're marketing the youth because everybody got either a phone, a tablet, a computer, or a laptop. Everybody.
Yep.
It's in all households. It's in all households, even them poor neighborhoods and households. Somebody in there got a laptop, a tablet, a phone, or a computer. So that's how they reach the masses. That's how they keep the marketing going. That's how they keep everything going. Because man, as long as I got them looking at this phone and I got them doing TikTok and Instagram and all that, now
Yeah. Yeah.
we constantly making money off of that, and then they making it even better for the young people because some of the young folks take that Instagram and TikTok and flip it and start making money off of it for themselves, start their own businesses and stuff like that. So that's going to always be here. What we got to do is we got to start regulating how they use it in moderation. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because,
Yep.
man, I see little bitty kids on tablets, man, for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. That's too much
Yeah.
time. That's too much time for a
Yeah.
young creative mind to be on a damn tablet. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to start moderating. I know it's heading that way, but we got to get back into allowing our children to spend at least an hour reading an actual book. You know what I'm saying? To keep their mind
Yeah. A
from
literal book.
yeah,
A literal book.
yeah, an hour a day. Incorporate that in the household. We're gonna spend a family hour just reading a book to each other. It's the holidays, man. Let's read some holiday classics. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep their mind sharp. Cause some things they're gonna have to figure out with their mind. Google ain't gonna always have the real answer that you're looking for.
Nope.
Sometimes you got
And
to go.
they'll give you
Yeah, sometimes you
they'll
got to
give
go.
you whatever answer you're looking for.
Right.
Sorry.
Sometimes you got to go to an additional encyclopedia or something else, an atlas or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to continue to read and understand what intaking other than just looking at it on this phone all the time. Because a lot of
You got to
times on the
turn the page.
right, a lot of times on the phone they looking at pictures. They not reading words. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Nope.
talking about as far as the kids. They looking at pictures, so they're not reading words. So we got to get back into that reading with our children, spending time with them reading like that so they can have a passion for reading because reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Yeah.
I read
Do you
today.
believe that was cute. Do you believe that there's getting ready to be a big turnaround on all this stuff that we're talking about? Do you believe that there's a possibility that we may just make a great turnaround?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm always optimistic. Always gonna be optimistic because look, that's all I got is to be optimistic. Because look, I done been through the
Well,
trenches of
God wins.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. So it all comes together in the
That's
end for
right.
him anyway. So I'm gonna always remain optimistic, but I'm a realist. I know I ain't gonna see it in my lifetime. That's why I speak it into my grandchildren's lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Now they might be
That's
the
right, for the future of the children.
right. They might be the generation that get all this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
I
gonna
hope
speak that.
so. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm speaking that into them. So that seed is planted. Now my job is just to plant the seed. I ain't the gardener. The creator is the gardener. So I let the gardener do his thing.
That's right. Plant. We are. Yeah, that's it. You said it. We
Yeah, that's
we gotta plant the seeds of the
we plant.
future. What the future needs to be.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we plant the seed and get out the way. It ain't our job to be the gardener.
Yeah.
That's the creator's job.
Yeah. I don't instill any. Look. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna go into it. I was gonna go into it about one of my granddaughters. But one day we were going down the road. She had her phone. She wanted to bring a phone. I said, leave it. She got a frown on her face. I said, bring it. So she got in the car. I had a plan. She got in the car with me going down the road. I threw on the brakes at the stop sign. She looked up. What's going on? I'm like, hey, are you with me now? She said, Yeah, what's wrong? I said, never mind. I said, you're not with me. Go back inside the phone, right? So I going down the road, got to the next stop sign, threw on the brakes. Say, after the third time of doing that, she put that damn phone down. I said,
And
thank you. I said, now you're with your mama. You
there
know,
you
you got to
go.
grab them by their brains. I mean, because they not paying attention. They all enthused in that in the phone. But she damn near lost her mind when I took the phone away from her
Oh yeah.
overnight. She wanted to be on that phone all night. I'm like,
Oh
no,
yeah.
sir, no, ma'am. Not today, not now. Give me the damn phone. I had to get nasty with her. Give me the damn phone. She got mad at mama, but that's all right. She didn't get in trouble with her mama. Because if I'd have told her mama, yeah, she had the phone all night, she wouldn't have been able to come over here no more. You got to, people got to instill, oh, I'm afraid if he doesn't have his phone, he'll pitch a fit. Oh, you know what? There's a solution to that. Your child cannot rule you.
Man,
People got to, yeah,
look,
it's out
I'm
of
old.
control. It's out of
I'm old
control.
school. I'm old school. Look, I grew up in an era in the '70s where it was okay to beat your kid ass, whoop that ass. I got whoopings wherever I showed out at. If I was in the grocery store, I
Yeah,
got my
me
ass
too.
whooped there. If I was in church, I got my ass whooped there. If I showed out, that's the generation I come from. Now I got my ass whooped a lot. I turned out pretty good, I think, and I whooped my kids' ass, and my grandkids know. Paw beat up little kids. I tell them, I hit you in the stomach or the throat. I'm telling you, you get crazy for
I,
real,
it's
for
like
real.
I was talking to April. I know.
Yeah,
And I was telling April earlier, we were talking about kids running their mouth nowadays. Here's the problem. If you, hey, back in the day, children were seen and not heard. And if you say something wrong, you get popped in your mouth or you got your ass tore up. Nobody does that nowadays. First time you pop one in the mouth nowadays, guess what? You might go to jail. So, you,
look,
let me call the police for you. You know,
look.
if, I'm going to whip your ass, but I'm going to call the police.
This is what I told people once my son and my daughter was brought into this world. My life is over. It's all about them now. So ain't nothing the police, you or nobody can tell me nothing about how I'm raising my children. Be my children. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
My life is over. My life is over. Everything I do, I'm doing for them. So if when it even to the discipline, you know what I'm saying? See, we messed up as a society when people started allowing them alphabet people, DCFS and all that to come into play. You know what I'm saying? All in your business, in your house.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Instead of us correcting this shit in the house ourselves, we allowed others from outside to
Right.
come in, what's happening, and they go back and tell. That's the shit that happened. But I'm not going to even allow the DCFS people to tell me how to raise my kid. Look, man,
Hell no.
I'm not with these little terrorists 24 hours a day. You dig what I'm saying? That's what pissed me off when I hear people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off when I hear people say my son and my daughter wouldn't do that. You don't know. You ain't with them 24/7. You ain't with them because it's
That's
time when
right.
they at school, when they outside playing. You're not with them, so you don't know what the fuck your child doing out there. And you only going by
That's
what they
right.
tell when they come back in. You did. So, man, if you keep it 100
Yeah.
from day one, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that hard. It's not that hard today for us to get back to that. It's not that hard. For one thing,
It's really not.
a lot of these children, you want to know why they angry? Because ain't nobody listening to what they really got to say.
That's right. That's right.
They, they,
100%.
they feel as if they not being heard. And when they do get a response, it's one of a negative type of thing. It's not encouraging or uplifting or trying to get an understanding to them to tell them, well, I need you to help me see where you at right now so we can tackle this thing together. You know what I'm saying? Man, but
Exactly.
we in a society now where either a motherfucker know everything Or motherfucker don't know nothing. That's where we that's where we
Oh,
at.
that's true.
That's where
100%.
we at today. I'm just being honest. That's where we at today. Because we all know somebody
That's
that
a
they
fact.
know every fucking thing. And then we got that other person that don't know shit. Man, I don't know.
And even if you told them and drew a picture and showed them where it was, they wouldn't believe it.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, look,
that's where we
look,
got to
I
get.
my alarm went off. My alarm went off 5 minutes ago, and I do not want to end this live. But because our conversation is good, it's good.
we
Uh,
can we can
uh,
we
you
can come
know,
back, Amber, we can come back again and do this. And just hit April up, man. Anytime you know want to have a dialogue like this, I'm game for that because look, when I say we all we got, it's not just for me and my people, you know, not just black folks. That's when I say we all we got, I'm talking about everybody of all nationalities. We are really all we got. And we need to stop all this feuding with each other and come together in unity, peace, and in love.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
That's
not
right.
hard. It's not hard. The only thing that messes it up is that free will. Is that free
Look,
will.
God gave us one job. He gave us one job. That's it. One
And,
job. Damn, what a job. Oh my gosh.
and we can't even do that.
We
we can't,
trying though. See,
man, it
we
shouldn't
we
even be
we
tried.
trying.
It shouldn't even be tried. We should be doing, living it. We should be living in that truth. But right now, we still trying to get to it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
Well,
But
we
I thank
we
y'all.
got to keep on speaking it into existence.
Oh, I'm going to.
Speak it into existence.
Long as I got breath, I'm gonna continue to say and believe those things that are not as though they were, with the expectations that they shall and will come to pass.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But I don't know where April's at, but I don't have to end the live if you can give me 10 minutes, but I see April. April, where you at, girl? April? April, where you at? She, I don't know.
I don't know neither, but like I say, anytime you want to, we can do this again. I want to thank everybody in the chat,
I,
those who listened in, man, who came in. I hope I shared something that stirred up your curiosity, you know, made you look at things in a different way, you know, because that's all we got to do sometimes is just change our perception of how we look at things, you know, just
and
try.
we ain't got to agree on everything. We can talk about the hard conversations too.
That's what
We
we
can
need.
talk about them. They got to be addressed.
They have to. They have
We
to
got
be
to
addressed.
do it. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, and I ain't never scared. You did. I ain't
I,
never scared.
hey, I ain't never scared. Hey,
I'm
we obviously hit some of them roads together.
absolutely. See, I'm gonna give you my truth. I'm gonna give you my truth. My
Right, right.
what I experienced.
You are your witness.
Absolutely. You
You're
know,
a
and like I said,
witness.
it can't be no testimony without that test. And I done went through a lot of tests,
That's
and I
right.
got a lot of testimonies. Trust me,
Hey,
man.
when they in church when the preacher hollers, "Can I get the witness?" You got to stand up and say, "Here I am."
Man, walking up to
Yeah.
the front. Man, I don't just want to show you my hand. I got to tell you what all he's done for me, boy. I'm gonna let you hear it for yourself. You feel me, man?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
Everybody have
It's
a fantastic
amazing.
day. You know, I gotta go because I got a show I'm doing later on, so I gotta get ready to set up. But this has been off the chain for me, man. I love spreading wisdom, receiving knowledge, helping each other, build each other up. Because, like I say, we all we
Amen.
got. Start acting like it. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all. I'm out.
All right. Peace out.
Mm.